NBA. I'm going to get to you in just a second. Stephen A., should AD be taking more threes? You heard Darvin Ham.
Hell no. Look, man, I am a fan of Darvin Ham. Love him. Love the job he's done as a coach with the Lakers. Obviously, Rob Pelinka has done a hell of a job turning that franchise around right before the trading deadline. But when you go to Anthony Davis, Eminem, Monica, yo, check this out. Anthony Davis, career three-point percentage of 30%. Is the third worst amongst active players with a minimum of 1,000 attempts. Only the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo and DeMar DeRozan, who barely, if ever, attempt threes, are worse. And you encouraging this man to shoot 6 a game? Come on, coach. Come on. No. I'm not going to side with Darvin Ham on that. And oh, by the way, Anthony Davis also has the 12th worst three-point percentage. 12th worst three-point percentage in NBA history. Why are you encouraging him to shoot more threes? Last but not least, that brother, when healthy and he brings his A game, is a top 7 player on the planet. When healthy and brings his A game. When healthy and brings his A game, Anthony Davis is a top 7 player on the planet Earth. The brother is that big time. He's that sensational because he's got post moves. He can score on the inside. He doesn't need to shoot threes. As far as I'm concerned, encouraging him to shoot threes is encouraging him to stay away from being the big boy and playing a big man's game, which is going to be hazardous to the success of the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't like this at all, Eminem. I don't like that suggestion by Darvin Ham at all.
Hazardous is a strong word choice.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear where you're coming from, and I kind of knew that's where you were going to go. I would just like to submit this case study to you. One, Brook Lopez, prior to 2016-17, had never shot above 14% from 3 in his career. You go 16-17 and beyond, he's comfortable in the 30s, career 35% three-point shooter, sort of, kind of, 34.6. We'll round it up, right? I think what Darvin is asking AD to do actually speaks more to a mentality in terms of understanding the importance of his role as a scorer and today's NBA. Just hear me out, Stephen A. If he manages to shoot, let's go 32% this season from 3, right? He will create space. Defenses will have to play him honestly, or just by him being, as you mentioned, one of the top talents in the league at his best, he's probably going to wind up hitting a 3 or 2 that actually matter in terms of clutch play over the course of the season for this Lakers squad. And so to me, I think that this is 2 things. Challenging AD to prove that he can take those shots and make those shots. And then it's about the era of basketball that we now play in which bigs do stretch the floor that way.
That is ridiculous.
The numbers don't lie about Brook.
You gave me Brook Lopez numbers. I gave you Anthony Davis numbers. You gave me Brook Lopez. I'm sorry. We talking about Brook Lopez. We talking about Anthony Davis.
We're talking about the opportunity to grow. We're talking about the opportunity to grow.
The opportunity to grow. The man been in the league for over a decade.
Hey, so
what you want him to do? Grow in the gray hair? What are you talking about? He been around. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. It can happen.
Go ahead, Doug.
I think 6 is. I think 6 is too many too. I'm with you.
Yes, too many.
Too many too.
I ain't telling them never to shoot a 3, but 6.
How many did he shoot last year in the Golden State series when he played tremendously?
I don't recall. I gotta look that up.
Because he played great in that series. He was the difference maker. I don't remember him.
He played great at times.
That's why they won in 6 games.
Right.
So overall,
true.
I mean, did he shoot 6 threes a game? I don't remember 6 threes a game in that series.
He doesn't need threes.
It doesn't need that many. So, Monica, I understand new brand of basketball and everything else. I prefer him occasionally.
Yeah,
occasional
3,
sure. Game, I'm okay.
Couple 3, that's fine.
But pointing out that he needs 6, I don't like that either.
That is
not 6.
Really not that many. But go ahead.
Excuse me. It's not that many if you're playing for the Golden State Warriors. It's that much. It is many if you're playing for the Los Angeles Lakers.
During the playoffs, he averaged 1 a game.
Oh.
He only averaged 1 3 a game in the playoffs?
Yes.
And now we're going to go to the 6? That's too many.
That is too many.
He did get to the conference finals.
He could. So what's the number that works? 4? What's the number that works in y'all mind?
About half of that.
I got to see the percentages first. Let's get to December and see what the percentages look like, and then we can evaluate how many.
How about being dominant? You're one of the most dominant players in the game. Dominate on the inside. They can't stop him.
Now you know this. If he winds up shooting the three at a decent clip, it's only going to create more space. I just don't understand why you're not acting like this doesn't potentially.
Because I watched the brother shoot 18% from three.
I agree. He's going to have to improve.
If it was somebody else that was shooting 18% from three, Monica McNutt would be telling them, don't shoot the ball. I would say don't shoot the damn ball, but you being PC, being guarded on FCC airwaves, you would use a different lingo, but it would be the same meaning. You would not be telling them to shoot. You know this.
Except if their head coach was willing to scheme and prepare for those long offensive rebounds.
Stop it. I've seen you plenty of time tell people, why is the coach scheming this way? He obviously can't shoot, but Anthony Davis, we gonna throw that out the window. Look, bro, look, Anthony Davis is all world. Top 7 player on the planet when healthy and bringing his A game. His sporadicness, his inconsistent play is the knock against him. But the other element is his three-point shooting. He makes them on occasion. On far too many more occasions, he does not. You don't encourage somebody like that to shoot 3 times as many threes as he's already been shooting. Hell no. No, coach, I disagree. I disagree on this, Coach Darvin Ham. I'm sorry. I get some numbers here. Games on the injured list by season, 2019-2020. 45 games, his toe and his knee. 2020, 2021, 10 games, his finger and his toe. 2021, 2022, all 82 games because of his foot. And last season, 50 games, hamstring, ankle, hip. So let me repeat that. Toe, knee, finger, toe, foot, hamstring, ankle, hip. I mean, damn. I'm sorry. I'm scared. Zion is a superstar in the making. The minute he on the court, he's a man-child. He's a man amongst boys. You can see 90% of the league scared to take an offensive foul against him, and we know why. That's a big brother right there. He's lost weight. He looks in shape. I like what I'm seeing, but I do get scared of him being on the court. Make sure you don't overwork him. Get just enough work in for him to break a sweat and stay in condition, and then get him the hell out of there so he can be available for the games that count. Because if he's healthy, the New Orleans Pelicans could be in the conference finals. If he's healthy, they can do it. With that brother, yes, they can. Yes, they can.
He's got to play there, Stephen A. He hasn't played in years. I just
highlighted for that.
He's got to play. I mean, you can't sit there and say, well, play him 5 minutes here. Let him play the preseason. If it's due, okay. So in other words, what difference does it make if it's a preseason or week 8 or game 8 against the Kings? I mean, he can get hurt anytime.
We don't want any
So let him play.
We don't want any excuses. We don't want any excuses.
Let him play.
We don't want to put
Sooner or later, he's got to play. Let him play.
Let it be later when the games count.
All right, want to get to WNBA Finals?
Preseason's supposed to be light. I agree with Mad Dog. You got to let him get a lather. He gets hurt.
I just been saying let him break a sweat, let him get some time and to maintain his conditioning and get him the hell out of there. Those are my words. Did y'all not hear me say that? Or you're not listening?
First you said hell
in the preseason?
Why not?
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Oh, he never played.
He shouldn't play more than 12 minutes a night in preseason.
15.
More than 12 minutes.
Well, how many minutes has he been playing?
Well, he only
got to
played
figure it
one
out.
game
Has anybody
last
keeping an eye on this?
One game last night, I think he played.
How many games? How many minutes?
About 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 15.
About 15 minutes.
Play more.
No.
He needs to play.
All right. Anything
out there and
else?
play.
We have time, so does anyone have anything else they want to get off their chest concerning the NBA?
I want to hear
Anything
Monica's
else you're
thoughts
mad
on the
about?
WNBA, because that was
we
important.
do want to hear about
ahead.
Eminem. Go ahead,
He's
Eminem.
been covering it.
Let's do it.
Okay, Monica, Game 2 WNBA Finals tonight. Aces, Liberty. Who you got and why?
All right, so based on this series history, the regular season finished tied. Of course, if you throw in the Commissioner's Cup, the edge goes to the Liberty. I think the Liberty bounced back in this one just in terms of what we've seen. However, they will bounce back if they find a way to play some defense because they frankly just, decide to fall asleep, particularly in that second half as far as defense is concerned. Jonquel Jones has to be a force to be reckoned with in the paint. That is to rebound offensively and defensively and to be a nightmare in terms of scoring inside for the Liberty in order to challenge the prolific size that Asia Wilson is operating with. Kia Stokes is a terrific defender for the Aces. And so all season long, these two head coaches, Becky Hammon for the Aces and Sandy Brondello for the Liberty, at points have both said It's not the offense. It's about how well we can defend. When I look at these two teams, it requires a little bit more focus from the Liberty to play the level of defense that's going to be required if they want to be the last team standing, as opposed to the Aces. If they don't figure out how to defend, they'll be coming back to Brooklyn 0-2 as far as this series goes.
Well, you watch it certainly significantly more than me. I wish I was in town. If I was in town, I was going to go to this game because I wanted to be at this game. But I got to tell y'all something right now. Somebody has to step up and be a star because Asia Wilson going to show up. And Ace is going to show up. It's like they made for this moment. The Liberty and Ionescu and Breanna Stewart, somebody got to step up and be that star amongst stars. In a series like this, we saw what the Liberty did against them during the regular season. I would say to them, listen, if you're a betting person, of course you should roll with the Aces. I picked the Liberty to win this series because I'm a native New Yorker, and I'm just praying that somebody in New York will win something for me to celebrate. But at the end of the day, when you think about Ionescu and you think about Stewart, you see them ladies on the Aces. They ain't playing around. They were waiting for this. They were down double digits in the first half, outscored them by 20 in the second half. They're just saying there's levels to this time of year. And the Liberty's going to have to answer the call. You cannot do that in the sport of basketball until your stars show up and let the world know, yeah, we stars for
On that, real quick, on that note, Stephen A., sorry, real quick, Mad Dog, I do want to get this in. There is a level that the Aces have gone to as the opportunity presents now to be the first back-to-back WNBA champion since 2001, 2002. I listened to a podcast with the great Cheryl Swoops the other day, and she's actually had a conversation with Asia Wilson about what is required in order to do that, right? Didn't get into the details, that's a private conversation. But obviously the Comets, her team, were a team that won 4 times in the beginning years of the WNBA. They understand. They have been together, they understand the moment and have the chemistry. Similar to what we see on the men's side, we are now questioning, is it add superstar, add water, and can it be championship? There's a lot of pressure on this Liberty organization as one of the charter franchises that has not won in the WNBA. Obviously, they came together in the course of this offseason. I think they have an advantage in terms of their depth versus the Aces, but chemistry, to your point, Stephen A., and experience, you either got it or you don't.
How about that? By the way, back to Zion for a quick second. On the injured list, 187 of a possible 308 regular season games. That is 61% of the time he has been on the injured list.
Never plays.
That's why you got to play in the preseason.
It's 100%.
He played in preseason when he got hurt.
Give him a little consistency, play some games.